Hello, and welcome back to Learning English with British Blue Cats. I'm your host, Yogi.
And I'm Blue. It's wonderful to have you all listening in from your comfy sofas and sunny windowsills.
Indeed, it is, Blue. Now, today we have a topic that might send a little shiver down your spine. We're going to be talking about our recent trips to the animal clinic.
Ooh, the VET. Don't say the word too loud, Yogi. But don't worry, everyone. We'll make it fun. We're going to share some mishaps. That's a great word, isn't it? Mishaps.
It is. It means a small unlucky accident, and I hear your trip was full of them. Why don't you go first? Tell us what happened.
Oh, where do I even begin? It all started with the carrier. You know, the plastic box of doom. My human got it out, and I knew. I just knew. I ran under the bed.
A classic move. Very smart.
I thought so too. But then she came back with my favorite crunchy treats. My weakness. I crept out just for one little sniff, and whoosh, I was scooped up and put inside the box. Betrayal.
The treat trick. It gets us every time. So, you were on your way. How was the car journey?
Bumpy, and I sang the song of my people the entire way there, a very loud, very sad song to let everyone know of my plight. When we finally arrived, the waiting room was chaos.
Oh dear, what was in there?
There was a tiny little puppy, a dog who had the loudest bark I have ever heard, yap, 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 non-stop, and he kept trying to sniff my carrier. The audacity! I gave him my best hiss.
Rightfully so. Personal space is very important. Then you went into the examination room.
Yes, the vet was a very nice lady. She let me out and I immediately explored the room, sniffed everything, the table, the chair, the strange silver tools. Then my human and the vet started talking and they weren't looking at me.
A fatal error on their part.
Exactly. I saw my chance. The window was slightly open. Freedom was so close, Yogi. I took a leap, a glorious athletic leap towards the windowsill.
Oh, Blue, you didn't.
I did, but I misjudged. I didn't see the window blinds, you know, the ones with all the cords. I didn't just land on the sill, I landed in the blinds.
Oh no.
The more I struggled, the worse it got. I was completely tangled, the blinds were clattering, I was dangling by one leg, looking like a festive decoration, a very angry, furry decoration.
I am trying very hard not to laugh. What did the vet do?
She and my human just stood there for a second, mouths wide open. Then the vet started to chuckle. She said, "Well, it seems we have ourselves in a bit of a pickle." Then she very gently untangled me. I have to admit, it was not my most dignified moment.
That is quite the story, Blue, and it's a perfect moment to pause for our first vocabulary check-in. You used some brilliant words there.
I did, didn't I? Let's help our listeners. What should we start with, Yogi?
Let's start with animal clinic or vet. These are places you go when you need a doctor for animals. The vet is short for veterinarian, is the animal doctor.
Right, and I mentioned the carrier. That's the box, usually made of plastic, that our humans use to transport us safely. Though I don't always feel safe, I just feel trapped.
It is for your own good. We also use the word mishap, which, as I said, is a small unlucky accident. Blue getting tangled in the blinds was a classic mishap.
It was, and I was tangled. To be tangled or to get tangled in something means to get twisted and caught in it like with ropes or cords. It's very confusing when it happens.
And finally, the vet said you were in a bit of a pickle. This is a wonderful English idiom. It means you are in a difficult or awkward situation.
Dangling from the window blinds is definitely a bit of a pickle. Great explanations, Yogi. Now it's your turn. Your trip couldn't possibly be as dramatic as mine, could it?
Well, no. My visit was for my annual booster, and I pride myself on being a very calm and composed patient.
Composed, eh? So you were cool as a cucumber?
Precisely. I didn't hide from the carrier. I sat quietly in the car. In the waiting room, I observed the other animals with a dignified silence.
Show off. So, what happened in the examination room? Was it all smooth sailing?
It was, at first. The vet checked my ears, my eyes, my teeth. I let him listen to my heart. I even purred a little to show my cooperation.
Okay, we get it. You were the perfect cat. Where's the mishap? This is a boring story, Yogi.
Patience, Blue. The mishap involved a treat. The vet knew it was time for my little injection, my booster. To create a distraction, he pulled out a small pot of the most delicious smelling salmon paste.
Ooh, the good stuff.
The very best. He let me have a little lick, and my goodness, it was heavenly. All my composure, all my dignity, it just melted away. I was completely focused on this salmon paste.
I can imagine. So, you didn't notice the shot?
Not at all. A tiny prick and it was over. The vet was very skilled. But then he started to put the lid back on the salmon paste.
No, the horror.
I know, and on pure instinct, I put my paw on the pot to stop him, and then I tried to pull it away from him.
You tried to steal the treats from the vet? Ha! Mr. Composed.
It was a moment of weakness. He gently pushed my paw away and said, Now, Yogi, that's enough for one day." But the look he gave me, Blue, it was a look of pure amusement. He gave me the side eye.
He gave you the side eye. Oh, that's hilarious. So even the calm and collected Yogi has his price. Salmon paste.
It seems so. I was so embarrassed I just wanted to get back in my carrier and go home to think about what I'd done.
That's brilliant. Okay, my turn for the vocabulary check-in. You used some excellent words in your tale of treat theft.
Very well. Lead the way.
First up, annual booster. Annual means it happens once a year. A booster is another name for a vaccination or a shot to keep us healthy. So it's a yearly health shot.
Good one. I also said I was composed. This is an adjective that means you are calm and in control of your feelings. I was composed until the salmon paste appeared.
Right, the paste was a distraction. A distraction is something that takes your attention away from what you are supposed to be doing or noticing. The vet used the treat to distract you from the injection.
It worked perfectly. And the last one is to give someone the side eye. This is another great idiom. It means to look at someone from the corner of your eye, usually with disapproval, suspicion, or in this case, amusement.
I'm still laughing about the vet giving you the side eye. So, Yogi, what have we learned from our adventures?
Well, we've learned that a trip to the vet can be unpredictable. You might plan a dramatic escape and end up as a window decoration. Well, that was certainly an eventful day for both of us. But now we have a new segment that I'm very excited to introduce. It's our very first Listener's Corner.
Or you might plan to be perfectly behaved and end up trying to steal treats.
I think the lesson for our fellow pets is to try and stay calm. The vets are there to help us. And for our listeners learning English, the lesson is that even in everyday situations, you can find funny stories and learn new vocabulary.
And always look for the treats. It makes everything better.
That is certainly true. Well, that's all the time we have for today's episode. We hope you enjoyed our stories from the Animal Clinic.
Join us next time when we'll be talking about our favorite topic, food. We'll discuss the difference between wet food, dry food, and the art of begging for scraps from the dinner table.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you for listening to Learning English with British Blue Cats. Until next time, stay curious and keep purring.
Goodbye, everyone. Meow for now.